In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars Vintage Collection Cara Dune from The Mandalorian. Hi there Star Wars collectors, welcome to another Bossk's Bounty video and welcome to my third review of the Mandalorian figures from the recent wave of the Vintage Collection. It's the turn of Cara Dune, as you can see there, sitting there very proudly in her bubble. Amazing card back, amazing figure I hope. We're going to take a look at it just in a second. But as you can see, she is on that Mandalorian card. Let's get Bossk out the way. And there she is in the bubble, Cara Dune. So she is a rebel or a former rebel shock trooper, I believe. I love every episode that she's in the Mandalorian. Really, really good series. I'm sure everyone that's seen it thinks just as I do that, you know, it's probably the best thing I believe that they've made since Disney took over. With the exception of Rogue One, possibly. Obviously, that was a great film. But I think The Mandalorian really goes back to those original trilogy roots. And for me personally, that's definitely what I sort of like in Star Wars. That sort of proper Star Wars feel. And yeah, The Mandalorian has that in bucket loads, in my opinion. Back of the card there, we have all the other figures from the wave. If you haven't checked out my other reviews of The Mandalorian and the Remnant Stormtrooper, be sure to do that after this review. Cara Dune is VC164 in the line. Vintage Collection logo at the bottom. You've got some other figures from the previous wave there. Disney and Hasbro at the bottom. And half the card taken up by a load of rubbish. But there she is. That's quite a good image of her there. I do feel they could have picked a better one if I'm being picky. But to be honest, I think when they produce these, they don't really have too much to go on at the very beginning, you know. Once the TV series has been out a bit longer and they bring other characters out from the program, they'll have more sort of artwork or promo shots to go by basically and to use on their artwork. But there she is in the bubble. So we're going to get her out now and just take a look at the figure. She looks pretty cool. Obviously there is a Black Series version of her, the 6-inch version of her as well, which I don't actually own. But we're going to take a look at her now, and if you like this video, don't forget to drop a like down below because it really does help the channel, and hit subscribe if you're new. Alright then, so here is the figure out of the package, and as you can see, she is looking pretty damn awesome with her super large blaster there that she's got there, holding it in both hands. Very, very nice indeed. And as you can see, plenty of detail on the figure as well. Now, I do like the colour scheme of this figure. Really, really screen accurate in my opinion. It's that sort of dark bluey turquoise colour, I want to say. And even her belt there is a slightly different colour as well. And she's got some nice different tones of that turquoise on her gauntlets there as well, as you can see. So slightly lighter with the slightly darker sort of armour plates on top. Really, really nice. You've got the tattoo on her arm there, and also the tiny little tattoo on her cheek, which I do love. Obviously it's a 3.75 inch figure, so it's going to be very difficult to get too much detail on the face, but I think they've done a pretty good job in making her looking as screen accurate as they could possibly do, in my opinion. She's got nice black hair, as you can see. As we turn the figure around, some lovely detail all over her on the sort of battle armour that she kind of wears in the show. Very nice indeed. Moving down the figure, you can see that she's got some cartridges in her boot. They're painted silver, very nice. She's got a knee pad on her right knee, which is that, again, that turquoise colour, but it does have a nice silver trim. So lots and lots of detail. She's got a boot knife there, which is pretty cool. Nice bit of detail. Nice gun holster for her small blaster, and I'll just show you that now. Small blaster, very small indeed, but nicely painted silver with a little brown handle. But I do like the way she holds her sort of super battle blaster, or whatever you want to call it. Huge gun that, and it is awesome in the show as well. It does have a bit of a sort of Bren gun sort of look to it with that handle at the top there. A bit of like a World War II Bren gun. Do like that. We're just going to take this out of her hand just so we can take a bit closer look at the figure herself. So obviously that tattoo goes pretty much all the way around her arm, which I do like. Very nice indeed. There you go. Awesome looking figure. Nice to have in this wave, and obviously we do need more figures from the Mandalorian, and I'm sure they're going to give them to us at some point. It's just a bit of a waiting game, but you know, All good things come to those who wait, as they say. Let's have a look at that big heavy blaster. Yeah, it's definitely got a sort of World War II feel to it. Even has like a sort of Tommy gun cartridges on the side there as well, with a nice brown strap, brown stock and brown handle. The trigger finger nicely goes into that hole, into the trigger finder as well. Very nice indeed. Sometimes the weapons often don't fit into the hands of the figures, but this one has no problem at all. Same as the little small blaster in the holster there, fits very nicely, looks very cool, and it isn't going anywhere either, so that's pretty cool. In terms of the articulation of the figure, obviously it's a vintage collection figure, so you're going to get everything you need. It has a ball jointed head, ball jointed shoulders, ball jointed elbows, which swivel of course. We've got a hinge at the wrist, which swivels. We've got a nice diaphragm, crunching. You can get into in all sorts of decent poses, especially with that heavy blaster. It really does help. Ball jointed hips. You've got the split at the thigh. You've got a nice knee joint. And you do have the ankle joints, of course. And I do like that when you do the knee. If I could just get it in focus. The boot knife there. That looks great. It really is properly in her boot. That moves with the knee. So that's great. So then guys, let me know in the comment section below what you think of this figure. I think it's pretty good. I think possibly, obviously, the Black Series one is probably a lot more detailed because obviously they've got more to work with it being a bigger figure. The face is slightly better, but I think it's a good likeness for a 3.75 inch figure, this one. I don't think they've done a bad job at all. And it will look really, really nice on display. So if you get a chance to pick it up, I advise you do. Look awesome in anyone's Mandalorian collection. Okay then guys, thank you very much for watching this review. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will most definitely see you on the next one.